Ever pondered a world devoid of human existence? It's a scenario that could seem right out of a science fiction novel, yet it's a concept that holds a certain fascination. The Earth as we know it, a bustling sphere of life teeming with human activity, suddenly silenced. Imagine the silence of the cities, the absence of the daily hustle and bustle, the world as we've known it, a busy canvas of human activity suddenly hushed. All the roads, the bridges, the skyscrapers, the monuments, every evidence of human existence standing tall and yet eerily silent and vacant. Now consider the footprints we've left behind on this planet. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We're not just talking about the physical structures here, but the impact of our actions on the environment, the ecosystems, and the other inhabitants of our world. We've been creators and innovators, pushing the boundaries of science, technology, and art, making remarkable strides in medicine, communication, and space exploration. We've built civilizations, fostered cultures, and left indelible marks on the landscape of history. Yet we've also been the agents of destruction. We've exploited resources, triggered climate change, and driven countless species to extinction. Our pursuit of progress has often been at the expense of the planet. So what would happen if one day we were simply gone? Would the Earth breathe a sigh of relief, or would it mourn our absence? Would the scars we've inflicted on the planet heal, or would they remain as a lasting testament to our existence? This isn't about painting a dystopian future or an apocalyptic end. It's about reimagining our relationship with the planet, about understanding our place in the grand scheme of things, and about exploring the possibilities of a world reshaped by nature, free of human influence. So let's dive into this thought experiment, shall we? Let's envision a world where the human chapter closes, where the book of life turns a new leaf. What would that world look like? What would become of our cities, our creations, and the myriad species we share this planet with? There's a whole world of possibilities to explore, and we're just getting started. So let's dive into this thought experiment, shall we? Firstly, envision a world where animals roam free, unrestricted by human boundaries and interference. The absence of humans would undeniably lead to a global renaissance for the animal kingdom. Without the incessant encroachment of human activities, animals would reclaim their natural habitats, painting landscapes with a vibrant array of life that we can only dream of. As nature's original architects, animals would restore balance to ecosystems long disrupted by human intervention. Forests would once again echo with the calls of creatures hidden in their depths, while the skies would be filled with the mesmerizing dance of birds, unobstructed by city skylines. Biodiversity would experience a resurgence, a renaissance of life as animals spread out across the globe, filling every niche and corner with their presence. The complex web of life would be rewoven, stronger and more diverse than ever, with each species playing its vital part. Endangered species, those delicate threads on the brink of being cut from the tapestry of life, would find a chance to recover. Elephants, rhinos, tigers, and countless others, their numbers would slowly but surely increase, their threat of extinction a mere memory of a human-dominated world. And what about the great hunters, the apex predators, those who once reigned supreme? Wolves would return to their former territories, their howls echoing across the night once more. Mountain lions would prowl North American forests, while bears would roam Eurasian expanses. The oceans would teem with sharks, the true rulers of the deep, their numbers rebounding in the absence of overfishing. The world would become a stage for nature's grand spectacle, a testament to life's resilience and adaptability. The absence of humans would not spell the end for animals. Instead, it would usher in a new era, one where they are free to live, thrive, and evolve without the looming threat of human interference. This world would be wilder, perhaps more dangerous, but undoubtedly richer in life. It would be a world where each species has the space and freedom to exist, to play out their part in the grand scheme of things. In essence, the animal kingdom would flourish, unbounded and unrestricted. Now consider the resurgence of nature in a humanless world. Imagine our planet, once choked by pollution and stripped of its natural resources, now left to its own devices. A world where the forests are allowed to grow back, undisturbed by the meddling hands of humanity. The once barren patches of land, cleared for agriculture or development, are now lush, verdant expanses. They are brimming with life once more as nature reclaims what was once its dominion. In this world, ecosystems that were on the brink of collapse, teetering on the edge of oblivion, are now thriving. Species that were endangered, their numbers dwindling to the point of extinction, are now flourishing. The balance of nature, so precariously tipped, is now restored. The intricate web of life, so fragile and yet so resilient, is woven anew, stronger and more vibrant than ever before. Without human interference, the Earth's atmosphere begins to heal. The thick blanket of smog that once hung heavy over our cities, choking the life out of them, begins to dissipate. The skies are clear and blue, not marred by the gray haze of pollution. The air is fresh, filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, the earthy aroma of damp soil, the crisp fragrance of untainted air. The Earth's temperature, once rising at an alarming rate due to our reckless actions, stabilizes. The ice caps, which were melting and causing the sea levels to rise, begin to solidify once more. The vicious cycle of global warming, which seemed unstoppable, is finally broken. In a world without humans, nature is allowed to heal, to recover from the scars we have inflicted upon it. The Earth, once stifled by our presence, now breathes freely. It thrives, it flourishes, it blooms, the rivers run clear, the forests grow tall, and the air is pure. So nature would undoubtedly mount a spectacular comeback. The world, left to its own devices, finds its equilibrium once more. It is a testament to the resilience and the indomitable spirit of nature, a reminder of what the Earth can be when left undisturbed by human activity. But what about our cities, our monuments, our achievements? What becomes of them? Without the constant hum of human activity, our world would change dramatically. Imagine, if you will, the vast metropolises we've built, standing silent and empty. The towering skyscrapers, once a testament to human ingenuity, now merely skeletal remains. The once bustling streets, now silent save for the whispering winds carrying the echoes of a time long past. Without us to maintain them, our buildings would start to crumble. Concrete would crack, glass would shatter, and steel would rust. Nature, ever patient, would begin to reclaim what was once hers. Vines would creep up the sides of our buildings, their roots digging into the cracks, widening them, accelerating the decay. Within a few decades, our cities would start to look less like monuments to human achievement and more like ruins of a forgotten civilization. Our monuments, symbols of our culture and history, would suffer a similar fate. Stone would erode, metal would oxidize, and wood would rot. The elements would slowly but surely chip away at these structures, erasing the marks we've left on this world. Bridges would collapse, highways would crumble, and our vast network of transportation would become impassable. Our cars, trains, and planes would rust away, becoming nothing more than strange anomalies in a landscape reclaimed by nature. The relentless march of time, paired with the unyielding force of nature, would ensure the eventual disappearance of all signs of human civilization. The pyramids of Egypt, the Great Wall of China, the Statue of Liberty, all would succumb to the same fate. Even our greatest feats of engineering, our dams and power plants, would not withstand the test of time. Without us to maintain them, they would fail, their once mighty structures reduced to rubble. In the end, all that would remain of us are ruins, slowly being consumed by the earth, our existence becoming nothing more than a whisper in the wind, a memory in the sands of time. Thus, all our creations would eventually succumb to the relentless march of time and nature. Finally, who would take over as the Earth's dominant species in our absence? An intriguing question, isn't it? Let's explore the possibilities. First, let's consider our closest genetic relatives, the apes. With humans out of the picture, could they evolve to become the next dominant species? It's not out of the question. Over millions of years, they could potentially develop more sophisticated tools, complex language, and advanced cognitive abilities. But remember, evolution is a slow process, and there's a lot of competition out there. Speaking of competition, insects are another contender. They're incredibly adaptable, able to survive in nearly any environment, and they reproduce rapidly. Ants, for instance, already have complex societies and cooperate to achieve common goals. Could they evolve to fill the niche we left behind? It's a tantalizing thought, but let's not forget the rulers of the past, the dinosaurs. They once dominated the earth, and who's to say they couldn't do it again? Birds, the only surviving dinosaurs, could potentially evolve to reclaim their ancestors' throne. Imagine a world ruled by hyper-intelligent ravens or parrots, their colorful plumage contrasting with the ruins of our world. Now, of course, these are all just speculation. The reality is, it's impossible to predict with certainty who would take our place. Evolution is driven by a multitude of factors, and the path it takes can be influenced by the smallest changes. One thing's for sure, though: the Earth wouldn't stand still. It would continue to evolve and change, just as it has for billions of years. New species would rise, others would fall, and the world would go on, different but still teeming with life. So in the end, the Earth would move on, evolving and changing as it always has. The world's new rulers could be anyone from intelligent apes to industrious insects to the descendants of dinosaurs. Whoever they might be, they would inherit a world reshaped by nature, a world that has moved on from the era of humans. To conclude, imagine a world that has moved on without us. A world where animals reclaim their habitats, nature makes a triumphant comeback, and human structures return to dust. A world where other species rise as its new rulers. Our existence, as it turns out, is a temporary sojourn. We've explored the resilience of nature and the ephemeral nature of human existence. We've seen the world move on, reminding us of our fleeting role. In the grand scheme of things, we are but fleeting visitors on this beautiful planet.